NHA National Hockey Tournament in St. Louis. And the number 3 ranked Montana State Bobcats have gotten thrown for a loop, enduring a night of tornadoes and an opening upset. With the season on the line, can the crew's vaunted leadership turn the ship around? Or will the West's best never make it out of the pool? Sunny skies have returned to St. Louis, and hopefully for MSU too, because the first few days at Nationals haven't been as illuminating as the Bobcats anticipated.
Yeah, it's tough. We really felt that we could come out and make a statement right off the bat. The competition here is always good. I mean, you're talking about the top 16 teams in the country all coming to one location to play. Every team you play is very, very good. You can beat anybody and you could certainly lose to anybody. So you have to bring your A game and you have to bring it every shift. You know, after the game, you just tell the guys, we're still alive. You know, don't get down on yourselves. We still have business to take care of. And that was a tough loss, but we've got to move forward quickly so that the players buy in as well and that they get going for Wisconsin.
I know the past Nationals haven't gone exactly how everyone's planned, but enjoy it, embrace it, play every shift like it's your last shift, because it might very well will be.
This is when team chemistry has a way of revealing true class. If it's real and it runs deep.
Because we're so close off the ice, it doesn't matter the situation we're going through. Each one of us are there for each other in our everyday lives. We know that everybody around us is going to be able to pick each other up. It makes all the difference when you go into tough situations that games present, where you can really look at the guy next to you. Without a doubt, that guy will be there saying, I got you.
We got a lot of guys coming in that have experienced the heartbreak of Nationals and the intensity of it. You're gonna have highs, we're gonna be down at times, but there's always a roller coaster, right? Our ability to reset and reaffirm what we're doing throughout the lineup and our coaching staff is the biggest factor.
Steady as she goes can be easier said than done, a point made by the game in progress. It's Western rival Utah, a team that beat them in the regional playoffs, getting run over by the top-ranked team in the Central Conference. And the team the Bobcats face tonight is ranked number 2 in the Central.
We're playing the number 4 team in the country. They're fast, they're disciplined, they're strong, they move the puck so well, they're deep, you know, they have solid goaltending. We lost our first game, but with Ohio losing the next one, we still control our own destiny. Now our backs are against the wall, and you just have to go play our game.
It's number 3 in the country versus number 4 at Nationals. Wisconsin comes out swinging. Their gritty forecheck pesters the MSU D, forcing turnovers and prying an opening. While their own D shuts down Bobcat entry, chunking it deep, winning races to the puck. And 5 minutes into the first period, the Badgers are able to sneak underneath and hit pay dirt.
Just wasn't the start we wanted. We came out a little tentative. We let them bring the game to us while we figured out, oh, are we good enough to play these guys? Can we beat these guys?
And just 30 seconds later, off a rebound, Wisconsin scores again. The Bobcats have gotten punched in the mouth. But they start punching back. And shutting down the Badger breakout.
We've got to find our offense. Our power play needs to get going. We've worked so hard on it. We need to score power play goals. That's where we've got to find our game. We, in our heads, we have to say we've got to get to 3 or 4 goals in every game.
By the end of the first period, MSU has stopped the bleeding. But they're 40 minutes away from elimination after only 4 periods of hockey in the tournament.
This is one of those moments as a coach that it's make or break. Walked in the locker room, I instantly knew something had happened before I had gotten in there. And I found out our leadership had stood up and basically said, enough's enough. We lost our first game. We just lost the first period 2-0. We have not gotten to the semifinals in 3 previous years. We lose this game, we're not going to do it again. It's just not happening with this group. And I was like, this is my team. They're ready to go.
The second period starts back and forth. Both Ds are sharp. Both sides are flying around, looking for an opportunity. When one finds its way into the net, off the knee of a Badger defender, the Bobcats are on the board. Then, when a Wisconsin penalty gives them a man advantage, MSU tries to ride the momentum and punch in another goal. Only to end up a man down themselves, vying to keep level heads in this swirling cauldron. But the Bobcats fight through shorthanded and funnel that intensity, now full strength, into a game-tying shot.
When Vinny tied it, I just looked around the bench and knew the train is now going the right direction. We found our game. We are firing on all cylinders. Jorgen's making every save look easy, and we're going to take care of business.
After an even game between 2 evenly matched teams, MSU goes into the second intermission, having evened things up and carrying a boatload of confidence.
Confidence at this level is critical. As individuals get confidence, the team gets confidence, then we find our game.
The Badgers turn up the heat, but the Bobcats take the lead on a marvelous redirection goal.
I would say the biggest strength of our team is our compete.
MSU's star goalie puts on a masterclass, shutting out the Badgers for 50 minutes and saving 14 shots in the third period alone, delivering a performance deserving of the D2 Player of the Year. And Wisconsin pours it on. But it's the Bobcats who are able to make it count when they need to, finally cashing in on a power play. It was a gutsy game, given what's on the line, and a worthy national showcase. MSU has their first win against the strongest challenger in their pool. Hard-earned victory is sweet. But pulling yourself up by your bootstraps
Undeniable, boys.
makes you salty.
And the clock tickets!
Makes the fans salty too. The Bobcats are still alive, but they have work to do, like securing their second win in this opening round, if they're going to finally venture beyond the pool.
Wisconsin still have a chip in a chair, and we just have to take care of business. If we lose to RPI, they advance. We're going into RPI knowing we win, we advance, and it's all in our control. And I feel like we have such great momentum. The guys just know that they can compete at the highest level. RPI is a very good team. They're top heavy, which means that their top line is by far their best line. Their top two players are superstars. We haven't played a team like that yet. So we have to play differently. We have to know when they're on the ice, and you don't take as many chances.
We know that their top line's pretty legit. Our strengths, being a complete team, we're just gonna have to run for 60 minutes through their entire lineup because nobody can stick with us if we play all four lines, banging bodies, play our game, and be relentless for 60 minutes.
This is our fourth consecutive year, and those 3 prior years have been heartbreak. This season, I'm most proud about the way that we have come into this tournament and prepared, understanding that the seeding doesn't matter and that it's just a bunch of really good hockey teams here to win a national title. It just feels a little stronger, a tad different than we have had in the past.
It comes down to this. Can this team begin a new era for MSU hockey?
Hands on the clock, go 4, 3, 2. It's about to go off. Boom, boom, boom.
We're essentially in a game 7 from here on out. We have to win to advance. So the guys know it, and so the message is very clear. Play our game and just leave it all out there.
It's MSU versus RPI at Nationals.
It's about to go off. Boom, boom, boom.
But some teams have to do it the hard way. Because 15 seconds after puck drop, MSU finds themselves down on a partially deflected RPI deep shot. Or maybe mountain folk like to climb their way out of situations, because 10 seconds later they do, when the Bobcats equalize on a putback. Then MSU begins to impose their will, especially on RPI's star players. Yet they can still dangle when they want to. But 6 minutes in, it's the Bobcats who find the net, on a shot so wily the photographer can't find the puck. MSU continues to turn the screws, outshooting RPI 26-12 in the period. And it pays off with 7 minutes to go in the first, as the Bobcats take a 2-goal lead. But with 5 minutes left in the opening period, the Engineers get a chance to pull it back with a power play. The Bobcats' punishing toll limits their opportunities. And for the first time in the tournament, MSU enters first intermission with a lead. The second period picks up where the first left off. The puck deep in the RPI zone, and the boys taking a body count. But the Engineers aren't going down without a fight, which the Bobcats are happy to oblige, withstanding several power plays. The MSU D tightens their grip in the third, unwilling to let this one slip away. The team stuck to the script, leveraging their 4 strong lines to wear down RPI's top line for 60 minutes. While the Bobcats' goalie extraordinaire shut out the Engineers for 59 minutes and 45 seconds, holding their star players scoreless. Where does unrelenting compete come from? The Bobcats might know. Look wherever you find unrelenting chemistry.
We're in uncharted territory here, fellas, but let's go achieve the ultimate goal. We play for those that never had a chance to make it here.
The Montana State Bobcats are advancing to the Final Four for the first time in school history.